Have you ever felt like your hands or feet just weren't getting enough warmth, even in a cozy room? That gentle chill can sometimes be your body whispering that blood flow isn't what it used to be. But here's the good news. There are simple things you can do starting today to help your circulation and feel more alive in your own skin. Here's another gentle reminder your body gives. Stiffness or swelling after sitting too long. Many older adults tell me they try to take it easy, thinking rest is best. But when we stop moving, our blood slows down too. That makes our legs feel heavy, our feet cold, and our mind a little foggy. Movement, even the smallest kind, is what helps blood reach every corner of your body, your brain, your heart, your toes. Without it, circulation suffers, and so does energy. I once worked with Ellen, 68, from a small town in Texas. She lived alone and said most days she barely left her armchair except to get meals. Over time, her legs began to swell, and she felt dizzy every time she stood up. We talked during a home visit, and I gently showed her a few ways to move while still sitting. I remember her smile when she realized it didn't have to be complicated. Another man, Joseph, 72, from Oregon, told me he set a timer to remind himself to stretch during commercial breaks. It's silly, he said, but now I look forward to them. Over the months, he noticed less stiffness and fewer headaches, just from staying gently active. One of the easiest things you can do is stand up every hour and take 10 steps around the room. If walking is difficult, even slow ankle circles or reaching both arms overhead while seated helps. Think of it as waking up your blood, reminding it where to go. You don't need a gym or a schedule. You just need to invite your body back into motion, one small stretch at a time. Like a stream that flows clearer when it moves, your body is meant for gentle rhythm. And it remembers, even if it's been a while. Let me bring your attention to something that's often overlooked: hydration. Many people don't realize that as we age, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. You might not feel thirsty, but your body may already be running low on fluid. When you're even mildly dehydrated, your blood gets thicker, which makes it harder for your heart to push it through your arteries. That can lead to fatigue, headaches, dizziness, and even higher blood pressure. And if you're already dealing with circulation issues, dehydration quietly makes them worse. It's like trying to push syrup through a garden hose. Slow, sticky, and straining everything along the way. One memory that stays with me is Frank, 75, a retired carpenter from Kentucky. He came into the clinic with complaints of brain fog and feeling tired even after a good night's sleep. When I asked him how much water he drank daily, he chuckled and said, "Does coffee count?" Like many, he figured fluids were fluids. We gently talked through the difference, and I suggested he start small, just a glass of water first thing in the morning. Within 2 weeks, he noticed he wasn't reaching for pain relievers as often, and his energy was steadier. I also remember Marlene, 70, from Illinois. She used to get leg cramps at night and assumed it was just age, but once she started sipping water throughout the day, those cramps eased. She kept a pretty glass by her chair as a reminder. Simple, but it worked. What often helps is to keep a pitcher of water nearby and pour a small glass every hour or so. You can add a slice of lemon or cucumber if that makes it more appealing. Herbal teas count too, especially ones without caffeine. Aim for 5 to 6 glasses a day, more if it's warm out or you're moving around. Water is one of the most forgiving medicines we have. It doesn't judge how long you've gone without it. It just goes to work quietly, helping your blood move freely, your joints loosen, your mind clear. You deserve that kind of ease, and it's only a sip away. Now let's talk about something that many people were told to avoid for years: fats. For decades, older adults were warned that all fats are bad, and many still believe that cutting them out completely will protect the heart. But here's what we know now. Certain fats, especially omega-3s and healthy oils, actually help blood flow better. They support the walls of your blood vessels, keep inflammation down, and make your arteries more flexible. When we don't get enough of these good fats, the body struggles to stay balanced, and that can lead to sluggish circulation, memory issues, and even mood changes. I remember Rachel, 69, a former librarian from Minnesota. She was proud of her strict low-fat diet, but she often felt tired, had trouble concentrating, and even started having dry skin and brittle nails. During a conversation, she mentioned she hadn't eaten nuts or avocados in years. "Too dangerous," she said. I gently explained that fats like those can actually help, not harm. We started small. She added a spoonful of flaxseed oil to her oatmeal and a few slices of avocado to her toast twice a week. A month later, she was glowing. Her joints ached less, her mind felt clearer, and she told me, "I feel like someone turned the lights back on." Another gentleman, Bill, 74, from Georgia, added salmon to his dinner once a week and noticed his hands weren't as cold anymore. He said he didn't expect much, but it surprised him how quickly his body responded. What often helps is to start with one healthy fat a day, a drizzle of olive oil on your salad or vegetables, a handful of walnuts or almonds, or a few bites of oily fish like sardines or salmon once or twice a week. You don't need to change everything, just gently invite good fats back into your meals. Think of healthy fats as quiet helpers, not loud or flashy, but steady and loyal. They nourish your blood vessels the way oil softens old hinges. You're not just eating for today. You're caring for your future self, one smooth, steady heartbeat at a time. You know how sometimes your hands or feet feel cold even when the room is warm? It's not just about the weather. It's your body sending a little message. When circulation slows down, the blood doesn't always reach your fingers and toes the way it should. For many older adults, cold extremities are one of the first signs that blood flow is struggling. Over time, this can lead to numbness, tingling, or even pain. And while it might seem like just a small annoyance, it's actually your body asking for a bit more attention and care. One person who comes to mind is Bob, 72, from Colorado. He was always active, loved fixing old cars, but started noticing that his feet were cold even when wearing 2 pairs of socks. At first, he thought it was just age, but during one of our check-ins, we talked about how circulation works and why warm blood isn't always reaching the outer parts of the body. I suggested a few small changes: warm foot baths, daily stretches, and light massage. Bob took it seriously. Within a few weeks, he said his feet didn't feel like blocks of ice anymore. He even bought a soft foot roller to use while watching TV. Another patient, Ethel, 76, from New Hampshire, started wearing thick, cozy socks in the house and noticed her sleep improved. "It's the little comforts," she said, "that make the biggest difference." What often helps is creating a simple daily habit. Soak your feet in warm water with a pinch of sea salt or mustard powder for 10-15 minutes, then gently rub them with lotion or oil, focusing on the soles and toes. Even doing this 3 times a week can boost circulation and help your feet feel alive again. Think of it as giving your body a gentle hug, reminding it that warmth, comfort, and care are still part of your daily rhythm. Your hands and feet carry your story step by step, touch by touch. They deserve softness, and so do you. Let's talk about something we do all day without thinking: breathing. It sounds too simple to matter, but the truth is, how you breathe changes everything. When we breathe shallowly, and many older adults do, especially when anxious or tired, our body doesn't get enough oxygen. That means our blood isn't carrying as much of what it needs to feed the brain, heart, and muscles. Over time, this can cause lightheadedness, brain fog, and even tension in the chest. But just a few minutes of calm, deep breathing can help blood flow more freely and bring a surprising sense of peace. I remember Linda, 66, from Michigan, a retired nurse who took care of everyone but herself. She came to me complaining of tiredness that wouldn't go away. She slept okay, ate well, but still felt drained. One day during a quiet conversation, I asked her to place one hand on her chest and the other on her belly and take a deep breath. She realized her chest was rising, but not her belly, meaning her breathing was shallow. We worked on a gentle pattern. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Linda started doing it each morning before coffee. 2 weeks later, she told me, "I didn't realize how tense I'd been until I finally let go." Another person, Roger, 73, from Nevada, began practicing slow breathing during his daily walks, and he said it helped him feel steadier on his feet. One of the simplest things you can do is this: sit comfortably, place one hand on your belly, and slowly inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for 4 seconds, then gently exhale through your mouth for 4. Do this for 5 minutes, once or twice a day. You'll be amazed how it centers your body and mind. Your breath is like a quiet friend that's always with you, waiting to help. You don't need special tools or a perfect setting. Just a few moments of stillness and suddenly everything flows a little easier. You deserve that kind of calm. Let's finish with something many people underestimate: sleep. A good night's rest is one of the most powerful things you can give your heart and your blood vessels. When we sleep, our body isn't just resting, it's repairing. That includes the lining of our blood vessels, our heart rhythm, even our blood pressure. But as we age, sleep can become harder to come by. You may fall asleep just fine but wake up in the early hours, or lie there for hours with your mind racing. Poor sleep affects circulation in ways that show up slowly, as fatigue, brain fog, or even swelling in the legs. I worked with Margaret, 73, a retired piano teacher from Pennsylvania. She often stayed up late watching television and found it hard to fall asleep afterward. She told me she used to sleep like a rock, but now woke up 3 or 4 times a night. We had a long talk about nighttime routines. I suggested she start winding down earlier, turning off screens an hour before bed, and making a simple ritual: a cup of warm milk, soft lighting, and calming music. Within a month, Margaret reported fewer interruptions in the night and more energy in the mornings. Another client, Walter, 70, from California, found peace by keeping a journal near his bed. He'd jot down what was on his mind before turning in. "It empties the noise," he said, "so I can sleep without carrying the day into my dreams." What often helps is setting a bedtime and sticking to it, even on weekends. Keep the say. Lights dim an hour before sleep. Avoid caffeine in the afternoon, and make your bedroom a place of calm. A cool, dark room and a light blanket can do wonders. Sleep isn't laziness, it's healing in motion. Every night is a quiet reset, a chance for your body to soften, for your blood to flow gently again. Give yourself permission to rest. Not just because you've earned it, but because your tomorrow depends on it. If something here spoke to you, even just one small part, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Your story might help someone else feel less alone. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss the next video. And please remember, you are not forgotten, not invisible. You are still growing, still capable, still deeply needed in this world.